Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-May 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of May. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you, Aries. But back to column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Let's take a look at our summary affirmation card here. It says, I feel confident. I feel like this is a good affirmation that we could all repeat to ourselves more often in general. But I feel like there's something you were super confident in these last few weeks. Something was going to work out. You knew the answer to something. But your confidence really shined through these last few weeks. There's such a, I'm like hearing so many things in my head that you could have been confident in, Aries, which is kind of neat to see and hear. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what other messages we've got here. But I like the confident energy that we've got coming through. Okay, taking a look here. Up first, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very bold, very powerful, very charming. I feel like you took a big step forward. That's what I'm hearing. You took a big step forward here. It was a bold move for you. It was kind of like a power move. It was something that took a lot of courage. But again, you were very confident in this move, Aries, which is good. Good to see. The next card that we have is the Two of Coins. This is a card of having to make that choice. Again, I think it was making that choice to actually go for it, to take this next steps that we just talked about with the King of Wands. This can also be a card of being busy or kind of having to multitask. So the last few weeks could have been relatively busy for you as well, Aries. And at the bottom here, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very much so typically a love card. It's romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. There's some new love energy in here, or potentially the advancement of a current relationship. For those of you that didn't feel like there was really any love movement, though, this could also be the proposal in terms of an opportunity. And I do think a lot of you went after an opportunity or made the choice to go after something. So this could be the new opportunity if it's not love here. But let's go ahead and take a look at what cards we've got for clarifiers. First up, we have the Death card. I always like to point out the Death card does not mean death, but this does indicate big changes, and this is an ending, and this is time to move on. It's really time to take this step forward, whatever it may have been with the King of Wands, so it's nice to see this kind of validation or confirmation that it was the next step. So it was time to end, it was time to move on, it was time to transform there. So good move with that big step you made. The next card we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like finding out truth, finding out information. Again, a decision had to be made, but I feel like you had the information, the detail. You had what you needed to make that decision there, Aries. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands can be a card of self-defense, but I feel like this is more like protective. Like you want to protect this relationship, or you wanted to protect this opportunity. Sometimes the Seven of Wands can kind of be negative because it's like you have to protect it. But this is more so like you really care about this relationship or this opportunity and you want to protect it, if that makes sense. Not sure exactly why I'm getting that message, but again, I feel like you're protecting this relationship or protecting this opportunity. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's coming for the remainder of May. we have the card, I will pray. If you are not a prayer person, Aries, that's totally fine. Use whatever word resonates here. Some of you may be manifesting, some of you could be praying, some of you could be hoping, wishing, whatever makes sense here. So, but again, something we're praying for, something we're hoping for here. But let's see what it is, what we're working with. First we have the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change. We're on a journey with the Chariot. What I'm hearing, so with the Chariot always takes us where we need to go, but sometimes the journey can be a little like unnerving because we don't know exactly where we're going. So it's like you can trust that the Chariot's taking you to the right place, but you don't always know how you're getting there, or sometimes you don't know where you're going. In this case, I think you're praying, so you know where you want to go, but you have to have that confidence that the Chariot is taking you to the right place. But do know there's this action, there's this change, things are underway, they're moving for sure. The next card that we have is the Two of Swords. As you move forward on this journey, as you move towards this thing that you're hoping and praying for, there could be compromises along the way, or things that feel like a compromise. Maybe the Chariot takes you on a slightly different path than you envisioned. And again, in the moment, it may feel like a compromise. Long term, it's not. Again, we have full faith that the Chariot is taking us where we need to go. So trust the journey, trust the process there. And at the bottom here, we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. I like this. This is one of the things, or the thing that you're moving towards here, Aries. We're looking for this ability to create this opportunity here, this abundance that comes here. This can also be a fertility card, so perhaps that's the journey that we're on as well. But again, we're moving towards this abundance. We're moving towards this opportunity to create for ourselves. Let's take a look at clarifiers and see what other messages we've got. We have the Chariot on top of the Chariot. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm like obsessed, and I'm so happy when this happens. We have the same card on top of each other. It's just like a really clean message from the universe. It's like the world saying, I said what I meant. So we are definitely vroom vrooming. There's action, there's change. We are on a journey here. And again, it's okay if you don't know the final destination, or if you don't know the path there. You can fully rely that the Chariot will take you to the right place, on the right path. You just kind of got to be along for the journey. So I like the movement though that's happening. There's progress being made here, Aries. The next card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of expectations. In this case, this is going to exceed your expectations, which I'm actually really glad to see this, because I was telling you with the Two of Swords that it may feel like compromise. So it may feel like compromise at this point, but in the end, it's going to be really exceeding your expectations. So it's going to be better than you thought it would be. So it's okay to have these little sacrifices, these feelings of compromise in the moment as you're on this journey. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Empress, which is a very abundant card. The Nine of Pentacles is absolutely a very abundant card as well. This is luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gains, solo pleasures. Some of you could be quitting your job and starting your own business. Again, I see you creating for yourself. Increase in luxury, increase in money. This is very self-sufficient though, again, so maybe going from a corporate job to a job where you're working for yourself. But financially looks really good, and there's a lot of enjoyment and like pleasure that is coming here. So I like this journey. Keep praying, keep hoping, keep wishing. Again, whatever, keep manifesting, whatever resonates there with you, Aries. But you're well on your journey here, which I like to see. So in our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. We're going to start out with a quick money message here. It says, find ways to experience joy during the process of creating money. This will allow it to come faster, easier, and consistently. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Aries. First, we have the Hierophant. We were talking about the Hierophant earlier, even in regards to money, I think. This is, again, like exceeding expectations. This is better than what we thought it would be. I will say right now, though, this is coming through as a card of like conformity, though. And it's kind of like plain box. You're kind of like shoved into the box. You're doing the same tasks every day. It's very routine. It's a card of conformity. It's a card of being very conventional, very traditional. We want to move into this place where it's exceeding expectations. Right now, it's just kind of floating along. So I see things as a little rigid for you right now in terms of career. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card about doing for you, nurturing you, taking care of you. I don't think that this very boxy job, again, the very rigid job, is the best thing for you. It's not fueling you. It's not polishing your trophy. It's not making you feel amazing. So do keep that in mind. I feel like there needs to be some change. It looks like there is some change happening. We were just talking about, but I feel like there needs to be some change here. At the bottom, we have the King of Coins. This is very solid, very practical, very wise. You can't do anything without a plan, and it needs to be a reasonable plan. So keep that in mind, Aries. But this is also a great investment card. So this could be a really good month for investment. But again, I feel like this is you investing in you. Taking a look at our clarifiers, let's take a look at what we've got going on. First up, we have the Strength card. This is quite literally, I think, the strength to make the move, to jump out of the rigid box, to find something that exceeds expectations. So be ready for that. This is, again, a you card. This is self-love, self-respect, which I feel like could be a little bit of a missing, and hence what's driving the change here. The next card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Wheel of Fortune. It's a card of good luck. It's a card of good fortune. So we love to see that in the money column. But it's also about being at a turning point. So again, I feel like this change is underway. There's action and there's movement here. And at the bottom, we have the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal. It's a card of hope. Again, we're staying hopeful. We're praying for something. But this like is a complete renewal of your energy. So I feel like this is getting to where you want it to be. And it's kind of like that sigh of relief is what this Star card comes through as. So I like this. Also, I see a lot of success here. So with the big star at the top, that's like being in the spotlight, being recognized. So again, there's success that comes with that. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Kind of a little spicy message here for you, Aries. It says, passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. So we have all major arcana cards coming through here, Aries. I like to always highlight that because oftentimes it's like a big, bold message. So first up, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. I think there was a relationship that went awry, did not work out the way we expected it to, did not work out the way we wanted it to. This is like upheaval. This is unwanted change. Again, it's just not what we wanted. So it seems like some relationship ended up going a direction we didn't want. But it does look like things are getting better here, whether it's with this relationship or a new relationship. So we have that followed by the Lovers card. We love to see the Lovers card in the love column, of course. This is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. I think this could be a new relationship for a lot of you. Again, you kind of have Cupid hanging out on the side there, ready to shoot his arrow. You have the very spicy card at the top there, the magnetic and seductive quality to you right now. I do feel like we're attracting a new love. Or perhaps this is like repair of this relationship. It's feeling 50-50. So it could go either way for some of you. At the bottom here, we do have the Justice card, though, too. This is like cause and effect. Like you've been working on yourself and now you are ready for this relationship, or you've been working on this relationship and hence the repair. It's like you've put in the effort, so now it's reaping the benefits of those efforts. This could also be a truth card too, like finding out some information. So maybe you get some more context on the tower situation and why things played out the way that they did, and it kind of corrects. Or perhaps it's the nail in the coffin where it's like, yep, it's time to move on from that and on to something new. But nice love cards. Let's look at our clarifiers here. Woohoo! Okay, first up we have the King of Pentacles. This is having a very solid, wise, practical approach. Again, this tower moment is becoming very black and white. You're getting the context you need. There's not going to be any doubt or question about it. Again, it's repairable or it's not repairable. It's 50-50 for some of you. But it's like it's very clear is what's coming through with the Pentacle, King of Pentacles there. Then our Lovers card, we have the Lovers card on top of the Lovers card. I was just telling you with the Chariot how much I love when that happens, and it happened twice for you, Aries. So again, this is the partnership, the deep love, the strength together. I think for some of you it will be repair, some of you it'll be a new relationship. So neat to see there. At the bottom here we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion. So I do again think that this relationship is growing. This could be a card of, well, it not could be. This is like a card of teamwork too. So it's like putting in the effort. Both parties are putting in the effort. It's nice and balanced here, which I like to see. But it's like growing together. This is like a blossoming relationship for sure. I think is the best way I can put it there. But nice love reading there for you, Aries. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card I'm loved, of course. It doesn't get much better than the little column we just have. But this needs to be love that you're receiving as well as love that you're giving yourself. So keep in mind. But let's take a look and see what messages we've got here. Message from our future self or spirit guides. Ooh, love that last card. First up, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is absolutely a love card. Shocker. This is like knight in shining armor, prince or princess charming, very romantic, very proposal. Again, new relationship or repair of relationship, but that is our Page of Cups. Our Page of Swords is again truth coming out. So again, this is the truth that is nailing the coffin closed or opening it so it can be repaired. But regardless, the love is moving in either situation. And at the bottom here, we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a card, and I mean, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card in terms of good card in the tarot deck. This is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. Whether this is new relationship or existing relationship, I see a lot of success happening here. But more importantly, this is like true joy and true happiness, which I love. Love, love, love for you. Okay, taking a look at our clarifiers. First up, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is the mental clarity. Again, this is getting the information that we needed, getting the validation that we needed. So whether that's that relationship moving on or repairing it, that information that we need. The next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. It's interesting. We were talking, you're like wanting to protect this relationship. I see you again protecting this relationship. But this helps with boundaries too. So it's like, again, if you're repairing the old relationship, we now know what the no's are. Or if you're entering into a new relationship, again, you still know what the yeses and no's are. So this is nice, new, healthy boundaries. And at the bottom here, we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a reminder to always trust your intuition. Your intuition is going to lead you to happiness. So let me leave you on that note. Your intuition will lead you to happiness. Okay, now Aries, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can think of them really quick. Pause the video. But question number 1 is the Ace of Hearts. This is the number 11 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the Four of Hearts. This is number 17 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Jack of Diamonds. This is number 14 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes. If you watched our video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of May. You have fluorite, which is good for order, structure, helps you know when to say no, gives you clarity of thought, and helps with a healthy ego. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Aries, your Healing Note says, one small positive thought in the morning can change a whole day. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I also did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your May.